Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stoneman, and today I'm joining you from the beach. And I'm going to talk about one very, very important and interesting topic, is that you can't believe everything you see on the internet. I did not know people were so widely accepting of just anything they see on the internet. I'm going to tell you in agonizing detail right now why you cannot believe everything you see. Take everything you see, not only with a grain of salt, but I like to say with a grain of pepper as well. If you see any knowledge online, don't automatically accept it. That is very bad to do. It doesn't matter what it is. Formulate your own conclusions. Put together your own, just don't go off of, the thing is, I get so frustrated when I try to teach the younger generation and they'll look at one thing online and they'll just be like, oh, online says this on this website, so it has to be true. It's the only thing like that I saw at the top of the search result. Well, guess what? They paid to be at the top of the search result. Something put them at the top of the search result, and now that doesn't mean it's real. That doesn't mean it's true. I shouldn't have to even say that or make this video, but it's no one. I mean, if they teach one thing in school, they have to teach how to research your own information, how to research your own topics, how to find knowledge that you can assimilate and put together, because when you go and leave school, then you're going to know how to put stuff together on your own. I had a friend way back then teach me how to research everything down to a T. You'll go on every single page of Google and you'll put together all of your own conclusions. This goes with anything. This can go with science, this can go with crystals and spirituality, this can go with politics. But the thing is, you have to come up with your own conclusions. I see things online. Someone has a top search result online right now. What happens when you wear more than 3 crystals? You'll go into crystal chaos. And everyone just accepted that because whoever that person was paid for the top search result. And now people widely accept that. Even I've seen one guru online teaching that, oh, 3 more than 3 crystals at once, you'll have crystal chaos. That's not true. That is not true. Maybe you're a chaotic person. That's why you're having crystal chaos. If you pick up a handful of sand and you have a handful of sand, now you're having sand chaos because you're too unstable to hold it. That's my point. The thing is, it's not the crystals, it's the person. Now, I said something on my live last night that kind of really off-put me. It made me really think, because it made me really see how accepting people are of information, especially if they trust someone. Yes, you can trust someone, but the thing is, just take what that person has to say and form your own conclusions, form your own opinions, don't just go off of whatever you see. Especially with all my videos, I want you guys to take some of your own knowledge and add it to my videos and compare it to knowledge you see online. Compare it, not just what you see online, but your experiences. If someone says online, water gets dirty if you leave it out for 3 days, and you haven't left it out for 3 days, don't just believe it because it says it online. Do your own tests, do your own information. But I remember I was going to say, someone on the live, I said, guys, and I said this with the most serious face ever. Like, I was laughing towards the end of it, but someone actually believed me. I said, guys, you cannot wear more than 3 crystals at once. You're going to levitate. And someone in the comments said, and she was serious too, no one caught it, but she said, I'm wearing 4. You're not going to levitate away if you're wearing more than 3 crystals. That's not how things work. Don't just believe anything because someone just said it. People online make stuff up so convincingly often. I mean, it's so convincing how someone can make something up online, and people just, yup, that's it. Yep, you go, girl. Like, no, that's not it at all. You cannot just blindly accept people's information. Everything on my YouTube just take everything with a grain of salt. Take everything with a grain of pepper, and don't be influenced by anyone else. You're gonna have the best knowledge if you practice it yourself. There's so many other examples on this. You'll go through TikTok and people will see one news article and then accept it as truth. Accept that as the actual news. No. Research. Maybe I should make a video on how to research your own knowledge and how to come up with your own knowledge and your own, basically use your intuition, yeah. Most of you are using logic over your intuition. You kind of override the intuition that you're getting with your logic, and it's kind of blinding. It's blinding your intuition out, because you'll see something online, you're like, something doesn't feel right, but all these comments say it's correct. And that's one of the main things too, like Moldavite, for example. Most of you are getting fake Moldavite. It's a blessing that most of you are getting fake Moldavite, because I said so many times, you're not supposed to get Moldavite for yourself. You're supposed to get Moldavite as a gift. That's how it's activated. That's how it does what it does in your life. And people will just not believe that, which it's okay, but then they'll get either fake Moldavite online, or they'll have someone gift it to them and it's They don't even know if it's real or not. The thing is, Moldavite, okay, how can you believe what I just said? It has to be gifted. It's because when the person gets it, even though it's real from an actual source from where it came from, it's not going to work for them. And that's their experience. Like, oh, yep, I feel it. It feels green and it feels hard and it feels kind of like plasticky, rocky, because that's what Moldavite feels like. And they notice it doesn't work for them. Now that's their experience. They don't know if they have real Moldavite or fake Moldavite, just based off of what anyone said online. But you can add your own experience. Now, I didn't feel the Moldavite because it wasn't gifted to me. That's the thing. When it's gifted to you, it hits you 100% different. I've experienced that a long time ago. I was very stubborn on knowledge. They said don't get Moldavite. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to sell Moldavite if I don't have Moldavite? Like, and now I won't even sell Moldavite as a gift. For example, I got the biggest piece of Moldavite ever, and I held it. I'm like, what's this thing doing? And I'm like, it's not doing anything for me. I just kept holding it, playing with it, activating it, leaving it in the sun, trying all these cleansing and charging mechanisms. I went to a festival, and a woman handed me Moldavite, and this kind of embarrassed me. Maybe she'll watch this video, because she's the reason the Moldavite got activated to me. But she handed me a piece of Moldavite, and I grabbed it, and I was just like my whole body just like hopped out of my body. It was like the weirdest thing in the world. I couldn't move. I was in front of her stall, and I could not move. I couldn't say one word. It was just otherworldly, and that's when I realized, after like 5 minutes of me just standing in place, like, just kind of like in shock. I'm like, that's what Moldavite feels like. It has to be gifted to be activated. Just when I got a giant piece for myself, versus when she gave me a little tiny piece of Moldavite, that's when it was activated. But how do I know that? How do I know that Moldavite is activated based on it being gifted to someone? It's because of my own experiences, and my own experiences of giving it to people, or in my own experiences of selling it to someone that gives it to others, because I'll only sell it if someone's going to gift it to someone else. That's how it's going to be activated. But that's the thing, especially with even like, you'll go on Etsy and you'll see, oh, Moldavite. All of it's plastic, all of it's resin. It's the easiest thing ever to fake. Those scammers are making so much money faking Moldavite, and people are getting little, like, and they're not even faking it very good either. They're faking it like pieces of plastic. They're holding it as little plastic. Oh, I have another example after this, but they're holding this little piece of plastic that you know is plastic. It's not even, they didn't even put the details in the faking that it's a resin, and they're like, the energy's immaculate in this little tiny piece of plastic, half resin, half glass. You guys really have to make your own opinions. You have to come up with your own conclusions. You have to come up with your own evidence to help you learn and to help you build a better opinion on how to become the highest version of you. You're not going to learn about yourself, or you're not going to learn about just anything that is an actual fact that you just took as complete. Like, it could be from anyone. Just make sure you assimilate all the knowledge that you have. I might just make a video exclusively on how to research your topics. A good example is, let's say for an example, I'm going to teach you guys this right now. I would like you guys to do this after this video. Write this down if you can. If you can right now, grab a pen and a paper, but this is a test for you guys. Now, what does the color red do? Okay, one website says red does this. Write that with the information on the website down, for example. Okay, red is the color of passion. The next website says red is the color of spirituality. Okay, maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. Write it down. The next website says, and maybe you can go to books as well. Go to the library and you can get books. You can get books sent to you. You can get online books. Now you go to a book. The book says that red is the color of lust. Okay, then the next book or the next thing says red is the color of passion, and maybe it agreed with the first article, but you're still just taking it down because you're assimilating the information and you're putting it together. I hope you guys are getting the pattern of this. The next thing, it says something completely wacky and off topic, like red is the color of what's it called? Of truth, or it'll be like red's the color of the sky, and like you'll just write things down. You'll notice some things are sound a little more convincing than others. And once you have 10 different things, one says red is love, one says red is just protection. Once you have 10 different things, you put your own information together. Don't go just, oh, I watched a TikTok video and the person said that red means the color of the life force in the blood of a tree, and that's why. You guys, I don't want to say that some of you are overly gullible, but you have to be very careful in what you look at online. These videos, stop accepting them as knowledge. Stop taking them as just, you can acknowledge it as knowledge, but don't accept it, if you get my point. You can't just accept everything you see. That's why a lot of you have really incorrect information on crystals, is because you just widely accepted, oh, I heard that Leo can't have tiger eye, or Aries can't have tiger eye because in their sign it says that yeah, the stripes doesn't go with their planetary alignment. Like, These people will make anything up just to have you constantly questioning it, going back to them and asking them for more knowledge that's kind of like off topic. And there's a lady who just makes fake knowledge videos on crystals and planets, and she has a lot of followers, and all the followers are, you can tell that they went past their intuition and that they're flat out confused, because your intuition will tell you when something's not sitting right with you. Your angels and your guides, as long as you have them around you, will be like, hey, question that. That's not right. Hey, that's not sitting well with you. Question it, question it, question it. And you'll keep getting a nagging feeling. And that's why these people in these comment sections of just crazy videos are just off topic. Like, guys, don't go out and I actually saw this online. Someone said don't go in the moonlight because it'll spiritually burn you. And that is actually how I got going on this, because I saw something very similar to what I just said online, and someone accepted it as knowledge. And I'm like, come on, how many people are doing this? And I actually realized a bunch of people are doing it. I mean, I get it, it's okay. Not many people actually teach about how to come up with your information or how to assimilate information. Schools will teach you to look at one source, write the one source down, you get an A, you pass, and that's it. That's that. It's unfortunate. That's the sheep method. Just go with the flow. Don't question it. Just keep walking. But you have to come up with your own knowledge. It's very important. Like I said, for all my videos, I hope you guys are the best way you guys are going to learn, and the best way that someone's not going to be able to challenge you on what you know and try to dissuade you, is that you have come up with your own foundation. You have come up with your own opinions for the topics that you research. When you come up with these topics, then you'll have a very, very firm foundation, a very solid foundation for whatever kind of knowledge that you have, maybe on planets. And one person's not going to come along with a video and make you question all that you know because you just automatically accept it. I hope this video helps you guys. It is a very busy day at the beach, but it's also a very beautiful day at the beach. Remember, don't believe everything you see, and including this video, take this video with a grain of salt and a grain of pepper. That's that. Just accept knowledge based on your conclusions, not anyone else's opinions, or just what other people are putting together for you. Make your own assumptions, make your own opinions, think for yourself. Your guides will poke you and prod you and be like, hey, you have to think for yourself, don't just accept this, and you guys will have that constant nagging feeling. But until then, if you have any questions, ask them in the comments. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Ciao!